Bonjour les amis, c'est XM. Aujourd'hui, on se retrouve dans une nouvelle partie de mon let's play sur Watch Dogs Légion. Donc, j'ai récupéré mon premier personnage de mon équipe. Donc, je dois retrouver Sabine. Donc, voilà, ce sera la première vraie mission, on va dire.
Welcome back to The Upload. Today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Crypto now seems like it's been around
C'est bon, ça a
forever,
l'air
but
électrique
it's
ça.
really quite a new invention. Were you an early adopter?
I was one of the first that was in this market. There seemed to be a new way of financial transactions, a new way of money. It's something that we could completely reinvent and change some of the legacy financial systems around the world and really give power back to the people.
Yeah, it was a real shift in the way that the world works. And let's recap the basics. So, central to cryptocurrency is the distributed ledger technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions...
Bon, esthétiquement, c'est pas très joli.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
Very well. This manual override will be like putty in my hands.
Ah, ça c'est bien ça. Le petit piratage habituel.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Cool. Fou comment ça fonctionne ça. On va le faire encore.
Ah, here we go. Down the rabbit hole.
Et voilà. Donc, je sais pas si c'est parce que le jeu vient de sortir et il y aura peut-être un petit patch, ou c'est parce que je joue sur seulement la One X. Mais j'ai pas trouvé ça esthétiquement très joli. En ce moment, je continue un peu à jouer à Watch Dogs 2, mais sur PS4 Pro. C'est la meilleure version pour Watch Dogs à part le PC. C'est beaucoup plus joli. Là, ça manque de finition quand on voit son épaule là, ses vêtements, c'est très brut. Je trouve ça un peu dommage. Bon. Avec un peu de chance, c'est juste parce qu'il vient de sortir et qu'il y aura un patch plus tard qui va régler tout ça. Mais pour l'instant,
Hello?
c'est pas beau.
Anyone home? Ah, I suppose I should turn the power back on.
Oui ou non? Allez. Bon, après, quand on voit Breakpoint, c'est pas très joli non plus. Alors.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Oh, do simmer down. Sabine brought me here.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Non, c'est très environnement cyberpunk, hein. Et geek. Le rose, les ventilos,
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So, since DedSec did not
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's...
D'accord.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym? Everyone should.
perpetrate the bombings. The question is, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can
D'accord.
an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about...
It's my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Pas con ce truc là? Pas encore. Alors...
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Dreadful business. How did you make it out alive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
The city's out for DedSec's blood, I'm afraid. I wish I could help, but I'd be sticking my neck out. And I quite like my neck.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
I suppose we'd better get started then.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Point de tech. Point de tech. Ok. Gadget A. Équipe une technologie. Ok. On va le faire maintenant. Oh, je pensais que c'était moi qui avais le droit dans cette manche, ça. Ah mais si, c'est bon ça. Ok. On va équiper cette amélioration du coup. Et voilà.
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
Voilà, qu'est-ce que je fasse? Oh, pas mal ça. Ah, comme Marcus. Prochain achat. Ok. J'aurais peut-être pas dû prendre un personnage avec de la barbe parce que ça fait très dégueulasse. Ah, c'est de ça que tu parlais peut-être. Ok. On va enlever cette merde.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
On va démarrer l'entraînement au corps.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. couldn't have done that better myself. Just like that.
Ok.
Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. You're getting it. You're getting it.
Ok. C'est pas fini, c'est ça?
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Oula, les minutes de chargement toutes les 30 secondes, sérieux? Pas très optimisé tout ça.
First things first. What comes first?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Nothing like fear to keep people in line. Albion can get away with just about anything.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
I am game, set and match, my dear.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
What are you up to?
Ok.
Fuckface!
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Fucking hell. As if life wasn't fucking hard.
Motherfucker!
Free country, yeah. Free, look where that's got us. Relax. Free.
What's your problem?
On va tester.
Wow, don't you have a feisty look about you? Don't worry, I'm not coming on to you. Unless, of course, you're into it.
You're DedSec, right? About time. I've got a shit ton of intel, mate. We can work on it together.
Keep talking.
Listen to this, mate. My co-workers and I, we all got axed. 300 people out on their ear. And then they just replaced us on the same day.
That's horrid.
Now, don't swear it. I'm fine. Landed on my feet, all right? But I'm not buying this restructure bullshit. It's just shady as hell. Something's going on. Can smell it a mile away. We were super skilled. There's no way they would have sacked us like that.
I take it you'd like DedSec to find out more about your replacement.
Dead on. You help me with this, and I'll do whatever you want. I'll repay my debts.
Seriously serious. Jam yourself, yeah?
You got a problem? All right.
Fuck's sake. Breathe, yeah? Relax.
lui. Il m'intéresse.
It seems to me you're ready to fight the powers that be.
You DedSec? I got proposition if you are DedSec. I need you to help me get revenge on a very bad man.
If it's hired goons you're after, you're talking to the wrong man.
It's okay. I do not like killing. I was car thief. I was boosting a very fancy supercar. It did not go well. My boss, he took the car and left me to die. Clearly I survived. But I can't stand to see that bastard with his car. I want you to take it. You help me, and I will help you. It's partners, like buddy movie.
Sounds like a blast.
Comment on fait ça? Ok, alors lui. Putain, les deux ils ont des bons trucs. Hein. Donc je vais faire ça. Alors lui je vais le recruter. Et lui aussi. Et comment faire?
A tech corporation acting unethically? Sounds out of character, but let's investigate anyway.
I'll look into it.
Merde. Désolé.
Our friend sent us the location of the car. Passing it on to you now. That's pretty much the opposite of what our prospect would have wanted. Oh well.
Ok, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Shit for brains! You don't wanna fuck with me, my friend!
Ok, tranquille.
Time to take myself away from here.
Taking deep breaths. Stay calm.
Faut me lâcher maintenant, monsieur. Lâche-moi. Bon, faut vraiment faire attention à ce que tu fais parce que. Merde. Bon, voilà. Lui. Recruter Michael Finch. Enquêter sur son remplacement. Le département entier de Michael Finch a bizarrement été remplacé. Mener l'enquête sur son remplacement chez T10. Tiens donc. Advanced Technology. Ok. Je suis désolé, en fait, ça m'intéresse bien. J'aurais pu voler ça, je me suis fait défoncer par eux. Ok, donc allez, première mission, on arrête de travailler là, on va. Ça risque d'être un petit peu long. Mais voilà, hein. C'est long là. On va parcourir ça un petit peu à pied dans un petit moment. Désolé. Oh, oh, oh. Viens ici, toi. Désolé, monsieur. Tu viens ici dans la route.
Welcome back to The Upload. Today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Crypto now seems like it's been around forever, but it's really quite a new invention. Were you an early adopter?
Oh, c'est loin quand même.
I was one of the first that was in this market. There seemed to be a new way of financial transactions, a new way of money. It's something that we could reinvent and change some of the legacy financial systems around the world and really give power back to the people.
Yeah, it was a real shift in the way that the world works. Let's recap the basics. So, auto drive now cryptocurrency is the distributed ledger technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early mindset. It was all about finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency.
You've arrived at our contact's former employer, and aside from some heavily armed security guards, it's basically a ghost town.
Intriguing.
I don't think this replacement is on site. Dig around and see if you can figure out where they are.
Waouh, c'était dégoûtant ça. Ok, donc on va y aller. Oups. Alexa, on va tester notre petite araignée, tiens. Oh. Merde. Tant pis. Alors, comment je fais ça?
Begin area search. Looks clear. We'll check another area.
Ça prend des caméras. Ah, c'est déjà bien ça. Allez, remonter. Je sais pas qu'elle m'a vu en plus. C'est mieux que rien d'être ici. Je cherche où là, je comprends pas. Je me rapproche mais je l'ai perdu, on dirait.
You can do your corporate espionage from there.
Peut-être. Caméra faut prendre ce bâtiment. Juste une caméra mondiale. Ça là peut-être. Faut me rapprocher ça, ça va être chaud. Bon, allez. On va envoyer. Tac, là, c'est très bien. Descends, 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 descends. Impossible que tu me vies là.
There's something over there.
Et ça commence dur quand même. Putain. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là, ça là? C'est génial ça. Plus par là. Faut y aller voir. Allez, c'est parti. Tour. Bon, je vais me couper là pour cette nouvelle partie. Je pense que j'ai compris ce qu'il faut faire. Peut-être qu'il faut essayer de recruter le mec de la manutention qui est là. Donc je vous retrouve tout de suite. Merci les amis d'avoir regardé la vidéo. Aimez la vidéo, abonnez-vous à la chaîne. Moi je vous dis à bientôt. C'était XM. Ciao.